Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is as excited as I am to be here today. All right, let's get started by singing our good morning song. Are you ready? Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. It is time to start our day. We will learn and work and play. Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. Great job singing, friends. All right, the very important question. I want to know how you're doing today. Can you tell me? Great job. So today, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel ready to learn and I feel happy and excited. I'm mostly green, maybe a little yellow. So I think that's a 2 thumbs up kind of day. All right, we'll say good morning to our mummies and daddies. Good morning to our brothers and sisters. And good morning to me, Miss Tracy. Good morning, friends. Okay, so today we have a very important topic to talk about. Planet Earth, because tomorrow is Earth Day. And I am so excited. Earth Day is one of my favorite things to talk about today. I've even got a special song I can teach you to sing. So let's get started by figuring out what day of the week it is. Do you already know what day of the week it is? That's okay. We can sing our song. Show me your 2 fingers and your 5 fingers just like this. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great job singing. So I wonder what day of the week it is. The last time we had virtual preschool, it was Monday, and yesterday it was Tuesday, which must mean that today is Wednesday. Great job. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to have some fun. All right, so we have figured out that it is Wednesday. So now we need to grab our pointer. And we need to head all the way down to number 1, and we have to count all the way up to this number to figure out what it is. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So the 2 and the 1 is 21. Okay, so it's Wednesday, and it's the number 21, but do you remember what month it is? Good job. It's April, right? April rain, which Miss Tracy's forecast on Monday was not very accurate, but hopefully today's is pretty good. So it was a little bit rainy, I think, right? April, it rains. Okay, so let's write out our date. Let's use purple. So we write Wednesday, April, and then what was the number? That's right, 2 and 1, so 21. Good job, friends. Okay, so now speaking of weather, it's time to do the weather. You want to sing the song with me? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, everyone? Is it snowy? Is it cloudy? Is there rain or is there sun? Can you use your looking eyes and look outside your window and tell me what the weather is where you are? Great job. So today, it's not very nice where Miss Tracy is. It's cloudy and it's wet outside, which is not very nice at all. So today, the weather sloth is going to wear, let's see, he's got one rain boot. Let's see if we can find his other rain boot. There it is. Okay, so I wore my rain boots to school today to keep my feet dry. So the sloth is going to wear his. I wore pants. The sloth is going to wear his pants. I wore my rain jacket today. So the sloth is going to wear his rain jacket today. And I think bringing an umbrella would be a safe bet, just in case it decides to rain a lot. That will help keep him dry. All right, I think the sloth is all ready for school today. Excellent job. Thank you for helping me. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Earth Day. So I have a storybook here called Big Earth, Little Me. There's a little girl and she's got a caterpillar on her finger. I'm a good listener, read me a book. My hands are in my lap and at Miss Tracy I look. When she sees I'm ready, she will say, here is the story I have for you today. Okay, so Big Earth, Little Me. So this little girl, she's looking at a caterpillar and she says, I can help the earth. I can keep my yard clean. So this little boy's picking up any garbage he finds in his yard. I can recycle. So look at all that paper she's recycling. I can turn off the water when I'm brushing my teeth. I can use both sides of the paper. I can help in the garden. What did she grow? Yeah, she grew some flowers. I can turn off the lights. I can use a lunchbox. And together, we can save the world. So, in talking about recycling, if we want to talk about Earth Day, we want to talk about lots of different things. I lost my train of thought there. Sorry for a second. So we want to talk about reducing, reusing, and recycling. So we call them the 3 R's. So reducing means that we use less things. So it might mean that you go to the store, like maybe Bulk Barn, not to name drop a store or anything, but where you don't buy things in packages and you bring your own containers. So that can be helpful in reducing the amount of garbage you throw out. You can also reduce the amount of things you buy or things that you buy that can be wasteful. So, for instance, we want to reduce the amount of plastic that gets thrown in the garbage. So a lot of places now are using paper straws because they compost easier. They degrade faster in the ground when we throw them out. So that's an example of reducing what we buy or what we take, right? Now there's reusing. So reusing is when we use something that we already bought for a different purpose. So for instance, sometimes Miss Tracy will use her, I'm trying to think of a really good example. I like to use ice cream buckets, and I use those cardboard ice cream buckets, and I use them to store things. Like after I've washed them out, obviously. So I use them for that. I've used them before to make plant holders, which is really interesting. So I use them as a mold that way. Other things I have used, I'm trying to think. There's so many things that we can do. I have reused old cups, so like paper cups, as plant starters. I have used water bottles for sensory bottles here at preschool. So I've taken something that I used it for its original purpose, right? In the water bottle, I drank the water, and then the water bottle was no good to me anymore, and I could recycle it, or I could find a new purpose for it. So in that instance, I made a sensory bottle for preschool. Actually, I've made quite a few sensory bottles for here in our science area. So that's an example of reusing something. Now, we talk about the very complicated process of recycling. So recycling is your blue bin. Anything that goes into your blue bin. So you can put cardboard, paper, some types of plastic can go in there. Not all plastics, but some types of plastics can go in there. And glass, right? So there's just a few things that can go in your recycling bins. Now, each recycling process is different, right? Sometimes plastic bottles are recycled and they are turned into other types of plastic. So they might make new containers, or they might make rugs. Sometimes rugs are made out of plastic bottles, or even fleece jackets can be made out of plastic bottles, which I think is really interesting. If we recycle paper, we make recycled paper, right? So sometimes you can buy recycled paper for crafts. You can buy it to write on. You can buy recycled paper notebooks. There's lots of different things you can buy that have been recycled, which I think is also really cool. But ultimately, things have a lifespan, right? And they are going to break down eventually, and we're not going to be able to use them anymore. So in terms of what we can do that most protects our planet, I think the important part is that we reduce the amount of things we buy that we will have to throw in the garbage. So I think that's important to remember, is that we just try to protect the earth by not creating more garbage, which I know is harder. Like it's easier said than done. It's easy to say I love the planet and I want to protect it, and it's really hard to work hard to protect it. But everybody's doing a good job. So I would like to teach you a song. Are you ready to learn a new song? Excellent. Okay, let's see if Miss Tracy can remember all the words, because I wrote it down and I didn't attach the paper in front of me, so we're going to try and remember it off by heart. Okay. We love to recycle, so we do it every day. We put the paper in the bin and send it on its way. We crush the cans so nice and small, reducing as we go. It helps the earth stay nice and clean, reusing makes it so. I remembered. Excellent. So in that song, we talk about the 3 R's, reducing, reusing, and recycling, and how we can help keep the planet clean. All right, so today I'm gonna make a planet Earth. Are you ready to help me make a planet Earth? Excellent. Okay, so for our art project today, you need a paper plate, a paintbrush, some blue and green paint, and you need your piece of bubble wrap. Now, as much fun as it is to pop the little bubbles and hear the sound they make, we're not going to do that right now. We are going to use this to paint, which I know sounds crazy. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. You are going to take your paper plate and we're going to put it upside down on our tray. And we're going to put the bubble wrap on top. This is not the way it's going to stay, but this is the way we're going to do it so that we know how big our earth is. Now, your bubble wrap should be bubbly wrap side up so that all the little bubbles are pointed up. Now our earth, if we were to imagine what earth looks like, I'm going to just erase this and draw a picture to show you what we're going to be doing today. Okay. So if we were to imagine our earth is a circle, and there's water, right? This is a little wrong. That's okay. We're going to go like this. There. So there's water. And then all the bits, there's water here too, that aren't blue are the land masses. So the different continents, right? North America, South America, Antarctica, Africa, all of the places that people live are green. So if we were to look down on Earth from space, it wouldn't look like this, but it would look something similar, where there's blue and green. And there's different shades of blue, and there's different shades of green, depending on the time of day that we look at it and how deep the water is. So when the water is really deep, it looks different than when it's shallower. Okay, so this is not what our planet looks like, but this is what we're going to do today. We are going to paint just like this. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to start painting with blue. So I'm just going to use my helper hand to hold, and I'm going to paint the bubble wrap with the water. I'm going to get some green, and I'm going to paint some of the land. I'm going to get some more blue. I'm going to paint more of the water. I'm going to paint some more land. This is going to take you a little while because we want to cover our whole paper plate. There's a lot of land and a lot of water on our planet. Can you think of ways and things that you do at home that help the planet? I bet there's lots of things you do. Maybe you compost. Composting is good. So composting is when you take your food scraps and you sit them in a bin and they decompose together and they turn basically back into fertilizer. So they help plants grow when you use them in your garden. So that's one way we can help. What else can we do? Maybe, like the book said, we turn the water off when we are brushing our teeth. I have a whole song about that too. If we have some time at the end of this, maybe I'll teach it to you. So we maybe turn off the tap. Maybe when we leave a room, we turn off the lights. Do you think that that's helpful? It is, because it saves energy. Energy is expensive to make. We have a couple different ways we make energy. So one of the ways we make energy is we burn things. We can burn coal, And coal can be kind of not good for the planet to burn, right? Because it puts up all of these bad things into the air that we have to figure out what we're going to do with because we don't want to breathe them in. So it means that we have to spend more money and more time solving that problem. So we can use wind power. Do you know what wind power is? Wind power is when we use really big windmills to catch the energy that the wind is giving off. Maybe we could use water. So hydroelectricity. So hydroelectricity is when we use things like waterfalls and we capture the energy that is made when the water goes over the edge, which is super cool. There's other kinds of energy too that we can use, but primarily we use coal. Okay, there, I think I've got it all painted. I started running out of paint because I didn't put enough on. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side. So I have my painted earth. My paper plate is going to stay facing up so that the rounded edge is rounded down. And I'm just going to flip this over and I'm going to try and find the middle and I'm going to push it down and I'm just going to push it out with my hands. Just press down. Try and transfer as much paint as I can from the bubble wrap onto the plate. There we go. Didn't have it quite even, so I've got a little bit of white on the edge, but that's okay. And then we're just going to lift up our bubble wrap. And there is our planet. Our planet Earth. I think that's super cool. And so if we want, we can fill this in, but I kind of like it the way it is. I think it looks really neat and interesting. And then we can hang this up on our wall and talk about all the different ways that we can help protect our planet. So there is that. Excellent job, friends. All right. That is all I have for you today. I would like to teach you my toothbrush song, which is about brushing our teeth and also about turning off the water. So I'm only going to teach you one verse, okay? Because it's a bit of a long song. So you get out your toothbrush and you pretend you're brushing your teeth. We can pretend we're brushing on the top. Oh, I'm brushing my teeth on the top, 'cause I wouldn't want to say I forgot. But while I'm brushing my teeth and having so much fun, I never let the water run. No, I never let the water run. And then you can talk about how we brush our teeth on the bottom and we brush our teeth on the back. All right, so we learned 2 new songs today. We learned a song about recycling and we learned a song about turning the water off when we're brushing our teeth. We painted a beautiful planet Earth and we talked all about the different ways that we can help protect our planet. All right, friends, that is all I have for you today. Let's get out our working hands. Are you ready? All day long we worked and played, worked and played, worked and played. All day long we worked and played, and now our day is done. Wave goodbye to all your friends, all your friends, all your friends. Wave goodbye to all your friends until we meet again. Bye, friends. I'll see you soon.